How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Great. So good morning everyone. I'm Toastmaster Samir and today I'm the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. What is the meeting number? Can anyone tell me?
101.
Great. It's meeting number 101. Last week we had a 100 meeting. So I welcome you all to this morning of Whitefield Toastmasters meeting number 101. All right. I would like everyone to reiterate the mission of the club with me. We provide supportive and positive learning experience. In which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater confidence and personal growth. Thank you. All right, so we have 3 ground rules for the meeting. Starting off with, I request all of you to either keep your phones in silent or in aeroplane mode to avoid any disturbance. You can take 5 seconds to do that. Is everyone done? All right. Secondly, I request all the audience members to kindly remain seated while the speakers are on the stage and do not disturb them while they are speaking. If any movement has to be done, kindly do it after the speakers have done their speech or after the meeting. Thirdly, I would request all the speakers to not talk about any taboo topics such as sex, religion or politics. Now, our meeting is being recorded for it to be uploaded on YouTube, and in case anyone doesn't want themselves to be recorded, kindly let us know, we'll stop the recording. We're using a mic, which is a caller mic, and this is only for recording purposes, and it does not amplify your voice. I request all the speakers to be loud enough so that everyone can hear you. For general purpose, the washroom is on the left-hand side of the room after going outside, and the water bottles are kept on both the sides of the room in case anyone requires it. Alright, now I would like to call a person who has been working in the aviation industry for the past 9 years and has joined Toastmasters in the February of 2023. He has served as the Vice President of Education and Membership of our club. Can we give it all for Toastmaster Akshay, everyone?
Can we hear once again for our Sergeant at Arms? Good morning, everyone. It's a little cold outside, right? But the room will be hot, even hotter after the streak of speeches we have today. I want to start this meeting on a note. Last week there was an area contest of Area D1 and TTM Mazahir secured first position in both evaluation contest and tabletop contest. Can we hear it for TTM Mazahir, please? He'll be proceeding to division contest which will be happening in few months. So we'll be there to cheer him up on the behalf of Area D1 and Whitefield Toastmasters. And now, as the ritual of Whitefield Toastmasters says, I would like all the guests who are the first timers in Whitefield Toastmasters meeting, or for that matter any Toastmasters meet, can you please raise your hand? Okay, all the guests in the house. Cool. We can start from here. Can you please, you are one of the roll takers as well, please tell us about your name and where do you stay in Bangalore and which club do you belong to?
Hello everyone, I am Rachna. I am speaker number 7 today and I am from HSR Toastmasters Club. Nice to meet you everyone.
Welcome, Varsha.
And that is why getting this mixed spot is also difficult.
It's fine.
It is fine there, but the members are in.
We now have 2 clubs in HSR.
That's very nice. And we believe that Whitefield will also form like a HSR.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. You can tell us about your name and where do you stay in Bangalore and how do you get to know about Whitefield Toastmasters?
Hi, I'm Shikha. So today is my first time actually, so I'm coming here as a guest.
Okay.
And yeah, I stay in Bellatoon, Whitefield. So yeah, even I am also having some issues anxiety, while speaking in public and speaking in home. So I want to join to explore this.
Great. Welcome, Shatabdi. Yes, sir.
I am from Bengaluru, first session. And while I'm here to get the first times, I have trouble speaking in public.
Great. So welcome Deepak, Varsha and Shatabdi. I am really bad with names. I was hoping I should take everyone's name right. So welcome every one of you. And today we have a lot on the agenda, as you have seen that today the speech marathon. So I will straight dive in and call our host for the day, our very capable Sergeant at Arms, who is also playing the T-Mod or the Master of Ceremony for today's meeting. Please help me welcome Saravanan sir onto the stage, please.
Good morning. So as our presiding officer mentioned, so we have a tight schedule today. Okay, so there is no specific theme. The theme itself is the speech marathon. So just for everybody's benefit, I'll just brief what is going to be the structure of this meeting. So any Toastmaster meeting has a structure which starts with prepared speeches and then moves on to table topics, which is for impromptu speeches, and then speech evaluations. Today we do not have a general evaluator. So as a Toastmaster of the day, I'll be calling the speech evaluators and timer to present their evaluation report and timer report towards the end of the meeting. So how do we usually start the marathon? By flagging off, right? So before we flag off the speech marathon, I would like to invite our timer to come and explain about the timer role and demonstrate the timer cards. So our timer for today is a lead engineer in mechanical engineering at Baker Hughes. He likes embracing challenges in life, whether in career or personal life. It helps to grow and become stronger. He was part of our 100th meeting celebration as well. And let's welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Krishna.
Hello everyone, good morning, greeting Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. As a timer, I will time table topics, speakers, formal speeches and evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card, yellow card and red cards, which donate the specific times remaining. For table topic, speakers should be limit their remarks no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute I will raise a green card and 1 minute 30 seconds I will raise a yellow card, and after 2 minutes at 2 minutes I will raise a red card, and 30 seconds is the grace period for the table topic speaker. Those giving speeches should be limit their remarks for their specific speech times. For icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minute length. For at 4 minutes I will raise the green card, and 5 minutes I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes I will raise the red card. Most other speeches like prepared speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes I will raise the green card, and for 6 minutes I will raise the yellow card, and at 7 minutes I will raise a red card. For 30 seconds grace period also here. For individual evaluation should be within 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes I will raise a green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds I will raise a yellow card, and after 3 minutes I will raise a red card, and 30 seconds are grace period. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you can take the seat. So. So we have actually 6 speakers, prepared speeches. Originally it was 7, there was 1 dropout. And there might be a change in the order of calling. Okay. So out of the 6 speeches, 1 is icebreaker. So icebreaker is basically the speaker attempts the first time speech to deliver the project L1 P1. Upon completion of the icebreaker, we need to give a standing ovation. That is a request. So with that, straight away let us move into the speech marathon, starting with speaker number 1. Before inviting the speaker number 1, let me invite speech evaluator for speaker number 1 to explain the speech objectives. So the evaluator here is a data engineer by profession, working in a healthcare startup. He loves spending time with nature and gardening, also interested in investments. He is current VP PR for Whitefield Toastmasters. Let's welcome Toastmaster Aravindan.
Good morning all. Good morning. So my target speaker Abhishek is giving his L1 P1, which is icebreaker. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. And the timing for the icebreaker is 4 to 6 minutes. As our TMOD mentioned, this is the icebreaker. I request everyone to stand up and give it applause once he completed his speech. All the very best, Abhishek. See you. Back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aravindan. So our speaker number 1 for this meeting is a senior manager in Ernst & Young. He is always eager to learn, become a better version of himself, and have growth mindset. He joined Toastmasters last week, but today is the day 1. Welcome to the club. Let's welcome Toastmaster Abhishek Dokania. Abhishek Dokania, my journey of growth and determination. My journey of growth and determination, Abhishek Dokania.
Good morning, everyone. Some time ago, I read a book by name The Secret. I'm sure many of you must have read that book. The book talks about the law of attraction, which suggests that if you wish for something and if you work towards it, the universe will conspire to make that happen. I truly believe in that philosophy. And one of my wishes is to become a confident and a very impactful speaker. And I'm very sure that with my consistent effort and the platform like this, and with all your support, one day I will become a great speaker. So once again, good morning, Toastmasters. Let me start a little bit about my life's journey. My roots are from Rajasthan, and I was born in Patna, capital of Bihar. I was born on 1st of January, a very special date because most of the people celebrate New Year, and my family and friends, they want to miss my birthday, they won't, because it's very easy to remember. I am among the eldest among my siblings, which is why I was always pampered and loved. I mean, I was always like, if I want something, I must have it. And I used to throw a lot of tantrums in my childhood. That always annoyed my parents. And that's why they decided to put me in a boarding school. And my life completely changed, from a pampered and spoiled child, I moved to a boarding school where I was completely independent and all by myself. Most of my time spent on homesickness. But over a period of time, I adapted myself and in fact started enjoying my life as a boarding school and in fact made some lifelong friends. Coming back to my family, Most of my family members belong to medical profession. My father is an orthopedic surgeon, and I've seen his life. He's a very committed doctor, but then he hardly have time for us. And as child, I always wanted to have some time from him. But when I saw him that he was so busy, I never wanted to pursue his profession. But during those days, I think career choices were very binary. Either you go for medical or engineering. And for sure, I didn't want to go for medical, so I decided to pursue engineering. But then life has all these setbacks. I prepared for engineering, I couldn't get through in any of the colleges, so I had to take a year drop after 12th standard. And after a lot of hard work, I could manage to secure a seat in PSIT Bangalore, which is one of the good colleges in Bangalore. But then, those were days when the IT boom was there and all those buzzwords around computer science and all. I didn't know which branch to choose, but then looking at the bandwagon, I chose computers. I didn't have any clue what I was supposed to study. First year was terrific because I had almost no interaction with computers and I was learning coding, different kind of languages, and that gave me terrible experience. But then over the period, I was kind of getting comfortable. And then final year came and there was another setback in my life. I appeared for placements for different companies, but rejections were a continuous companion of mine. I appeared in multiple written tests, group interviews, discussions, and so on. But every time I got rejected. So much so that my dad lost all my hope. He said that, okay, probably you don't going to get any job. And he suggested me to complete my engineering and come back to my hometown and probably start some business. But my mom was very supportive and very encouraging. She always supported me, and she in fact contacted some astrologer and made me wear these rings, which I still wear, and those are my lucky charms. But then I had a turn in my luck, and finally I got a breakthrough. I got a job in SAP, and from where my professional career started. I worked in SAP labs for quite some time before moving to IBM, and then finally I'm working in Ernst & Young as a senior manager. My career profession has been fairly good. I got achievements and so on. But then at the same time, I felt that there's an area of improvement that is required, and that's regarding public speaking. And I have a couple of instances. Not recently, about a few months back, one of my bosses asked me to host an event where some delegates from US were supposed to come, and we have a business unit of about 400 people. And the very idea of hosting such a large event where I'll be facing 400 people made me very nervous. And I just declined that opportunity. And one of my peers, he took this opportunity, he did pretty well, and in fact, he actually got advantage in promotion as well. That's when I realized that public speaking is so important, so that also helps in your career growth. That triggered me to start working on myself. And that's why, guys, I'm here to transform my weakness into my strength, and I want to become a better version of myself, And I definitely want to get help of this community, grow and learn together. That's all my story. Thank you.
So you did sound like a seasoned Toastmaster, right? Did it appear like an icebreaker? Thank you. So may I check if we have the original speaker number 2 and evaluator here? Karthik? Okay. I'll go with the speaker number 2. So before I invite speaker number 2, let me invite the speech evaluator for speaker number 2 to explain the speech objectives. Our evaluator 2 is an engineering leader at Collins Aerospace. He has started developing consistency in his reading habit. He joined Toastmasters in May 2024. And let's welcome Toastmaster Karthik.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Good morning. Okay. My target speaker is Loganathan. His pathway is dynamic leadership. He's going to provide, excuse me, L1, P2 speech. And the purpose of the speech is the member to present a speech and receive a feedback. Okay. It's a 5 to 7 minute speech. Yeah. All the best, Loganathan. Thank you.
Thank you. I request timer to show the card and keep holding it until the next card comes up, right? So our next speaker is an automation architect with Technument Systems Private Limited. He embraces change easily and adapt quickly. He joined Toastmasters back in October 2024. Let's welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Loganathan. Loganathan, the other side of the boom. The other side of the boom, Loganathan.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. Picture this, okay? The towering skyscraper reflecting the golden hue of a setting sun. The streets buzzing with energy. And the hum of opportunities filling the air. And very importantly, the promise to make the future better woven into every corner. It is hard not to be captivated by the beauty of our cities. From the state-of-the-art infrastructure to endless career possibilities, the urbanization has become the symbol of growth and progress. But we need to ask a question to ourselves. Is this boom as perfect as it seems? Today, we are going to explore the other side of the boom by exploring or uncovering the hidden truths as well as by appreciating the brighter side of urbanization. Let us start with the brighter side first. The cities have brought us together from various villages, small towns, and from various diverse locations. Here we don't see religion or caste. These social stigmas are fading out into obscurity. Children growing up in this city strongly believe that diversity is the norm. Children who are growing up in the city strongly believe that everyone is equal by birth. And also, instead of limiting themselves by their social limitations, they see the world with open mind. And they thrive and break the barriers of the outdated prejudices. Yes, it is a powerful reminder that urbanization can be a force for equality as well as for growth and progress. But now, let's see the other side of the boom, that is downsides or the downsides. Okay, let me start with the first one in my list. The first one is emptying of villages. I vividly remember the street where I grew up in a Tier 2 city of Tamil Nadu. It was a close and tight-knit community where everyone knew each other by name. And also we shared stories over a cup of coffee or tea during the evening time. But today, when I go back, I feel really sad to see the empty streets and houses left behind by the younger generation. So they are moving out of the small towns and villages to seek better opportunities, that is education opportunities or for better employment. In India, in states like Uttarakhand, nearly 1,500 ghost villages are housing the hospitals, schools and colleges abandoned by people. What are we losing here? We are not just losing the people. We are losing our culture. We are losing the language of the land. We are losing the agricultural practices. Once these small towns were shaping our generations, but today it is weathering into the growth of urban reality. The second one in my list is strain on cities. Here in cities, we are stretching the resources so thin that even the basics become the luxury. Rapid urbanization comes with its own challenges. We know that the pressure on infrastructure because of overcrowding. In Mumbai, there are 9 million people who live in slum conditions. There are scarcity for clean water as well as sanitation. These are families squeezed and cramped into small spaces. With that, we'll move on to the third one on my list. Perhaps this is a very subtle one, but very important one. The reduction in birth rate. Yes, raising children in urban communities is expensive. And this comes with additional responsibility or cost in cities. So in India, in cities, the fertility rate has reduced to 1.6, whereas the standard replacement level is 2.1. So what are we going to do? How can we solve this? So here are my 2 cents. Okay. So encourage our companies to expand their business in small towns closer to the village, which will lead to decentralized growth. And also, if possible, as individuals, we can do businesses in our hometowns or do proper feasibility study and invest money in the businesses that are running from our villages, so that the people who left the villages will have the job opportunities and they'll inspire to come back and contribute to our villages. The last but not the least, initiate the conversations with your schools, colleges, and with the local leaders, because today's conversation can become reality one day. So to conclude, urbanization is inevitable. It doesn't need to come at the cost of everything else. We can ensure the balanced growth with cities and villages thriving together. Next time, when you admire the growth of the city, also think of the small town that shaped you, your parents, or your generation. Ask yourself, how can I keep both the light of the cities as well as the soul of the villages burning brightly? Thank you.
Thank you. So it appears more of a relay than marathon, right? So changing the pattern. So moving on to speaker number 3. Before I invite the speaker number 3, I'll invite the speech evaluator to explain the speech objectives. Our evaluator here works in HPE as a lead. He is passionate about learning new things. He joined Toastmasters in Jan 2024. Let's welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Mallikarjuna.
Good morning everyone. My name is Mallikarjuna. My target speaker is Sanjana. She is about to deliver her project 3 in level 1 in the pathway of presentation mastery. Her speech objective is the member has to practice body language or vocal variety to enhance his speech. All the best, Sanjana, and over to you, team Wood.
Thank you. So our next speaker is basically from Delhi and currently working as HR analyst with a startup. She loves to play with her kid, joined Toastmasters in May 2024. Let's welcome with huge round of applause Sanjana, Toastmaster Sanjana. Sanjana, is work-life balance essential? Is work-life balance essential? Sanjana.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How many of you agree that work-life balance is essential for us? Great. Can someone tell what is work-life balance? How would you define what is work-life balance?
Being tangible terms, it calculate the number of hours put in work and the number of hours put in family also.
Yeah, true.
Making sure you don't have that realization that work is not life. There's more to life.
Yeah, true.
Stop your work of your
Give equal time to work and personal.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely right. Yes. The moment we are spending with our close one, as you are saying that spending a time or balancing your work and your personal life, those are the things. But nowadays we are so much engrossed in our, chasing our dream to have a successful career, but things are going other way around. Recently we have seen one incident where an employee passed away due to stress or work-life balance. According to her parents, she used to work for a longer hours without taking up a break. So what we actually learning from these incidents? Are we really doing great? Many programs and events are happening to tackle our work-life balance. Those are really sufficient? No, actually. As per the recent study in work-life balance, India came at 48th. Any guesses? Which country is number one? No. It's New Zealand actually. So here in India we are at 48th. Do you remember before COVID how we used to work? We used to just go to office, completing our tasks and finishing our work and keeping all the stress in the office only. Now after COVID, most of the organization has started providing work from home facility. We thinking it's a blessing. Yes, truly it is a blessing. But what they actually expecting from us? Working for a longer hours and without taking up a break. And in fact, we are doing. Now, I would say this is the only time we should really take up a step back what actually we are doing. Every month we are maintaining our bank balance for our personal loan or mutual funds. But what? Financially we are making our life strong while we are ignoring our real investment, which is our health. Totally we are ignoring. So how we can maintain our work-life balance? There are very simple rules. Like setting up a boundaries between your personal life and your official life. Like after certain of time, we should not check our mails. Like we all are having a habit of, in a mobile, we are having a Outlook or Teams. Every time we check our mails. We should actually avoid. After certain of a time, we should not check our mails. And always designate your proper workstation, especially in remote work setting. So that after a time you are not going to your workstation, you are not checking your mailbox. And it is very crucial that whenever you feel a stress, please speak out with your manager and with your friends or with your colleague to have their valuable feedbacks. We do understand everybody has their individual way to unwind their self. It is very important to discover which one will work for us, whether it is yoga or gymming or listening to music. Those are the things. End of the day, we should not forget that we are working to have a successful life, not the other way around. As I have told you that our real investment is our health, our happiness. Though we understand we cannot ignore our work, but it should not come with the cost our happiness or health. So I will expect from everyone after coming from this meeting, please have a look and think what actually we are doing and make your schedule accordingly. Take up a break daily basis from your busy life. Spend time with your family members. It will be very good for us. Thank you, everyone.
So our evaluator for the next speaker is a senior engineering manager in Pega Systems. She's a happy and self-motivated person. You can see that. She joined Toastmasters back in 2020. So let's welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So today I have my target speaker Manoj. He is attempting his L1 P4 and the purpose of his speech is to practice skills that will make him connect with the audience. So all the best, Manoj, for your L1 P4, and this is your last speech for your level 1. All the best, and let's see how it goes.
Thank you, Shweta. So our speaker number 4 for today is a senior account officer in Defense Accounts Department. He likes simplicity. He joined the Toastmasters in July 2024. So let's welcome Toastmaster Manoj. Manoj, understanding ourselves through others. Understanding ourselves through others. Manoj.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Good morning. Have you thought ever that some people or situations make you happy? Yes. And some others annoy you endlessly? So what is the philosophy behind that? Philosophy behind is that the mirror effect. And this philosophy, good philosophy, is given by Carl Jung and many other philosophers after that. So thing is that what we say or interact with others, it reflects to us. Is it true? True. Yes. If you are friendly, you are loving, if you are cooperative towards your surroundings, in return, surrounding will return you in the same way. The vision of this philosophy to see the world the way and the entire situation will return you in the same way. So, it's being more philosophical, I think. So, let's make it easy to understand how this philosophy works. We every day go to our office. I am talking about myself because I have no work from home option. I have to go every day. Even in COVID time. Imagine that you are going to your work by driving your own car and suddenly you get, not suddenly, usually in Bangalore, you see that huge traffic jam in front of you and you are very much in chilled mood like Buddha on four-wheeler. Suddenly, a bike rider wants to cross the gap between your car and car next to you. You understand the feeling of that person. He turned and looked on you with a smile. And you also smile because you are in good mood. Okay, let's go. He is in hurry. He had to reach the office on time. And you give pass smoothly. It's happened. But after 15 minutes later, you see the situation is same. Traffic is not going. And you last 15 minutes you are waiting for clearance. You are being irritated. Again, a second person is coming, look at you, and you understand the situation that what actually he person wants. And this time, you view on irritated way, and you make narrow the gap. I will not give you the pass. And see the reaction of that person. This time not the smile. This so many things. The situation is same, place is same, but your reaction is different. First time you get the smile in reply to your smile. This time you not. This is the example to show that what you behave surrounding will give return in the same way. That is the mirror effect. So, ladies and gentlemen, the fact is that to understand others and to understand ourselves is not different thing at all. If you understand other, you understand you will self. If you are not able to understand the others, others will not understand you. In that way, world is a mirror, and it reflects and show you that what you give to your society, society will give the same thing. Either it be your strength, either it be happiness, and many other things. So, next time you feel irritated or feel motivated and someone is behaving before you, take a pause and think about that, what that person is actually teaching you about yourself. Because this is the way to understand the world in a better way. You understand the world in a better way, you connect the world in that way, better way. And this is the fact. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Manoj. So our next two speakers are delivering L1P4. As the speech objectives already covered by our Toastmaster Shweta, I'll be directly calling the speakers, the next two speakers. So that's fine. So speaker number 5 for today is a solutions delivery lead in Cargill Business Services Private Limited. He's a self-strive for perfection. He joined Toastmasters back in 2023. Let's welcome Toastmaster Pawan Kumar. Pawan Kumar, how it all started, Pawan Kumar.
How it all started. Any guess what I'm going to talk about today? Anybody? Career? Okay. I'm sorry?
Your marriage.
Not exactly. Somehow we're pretty much near.
Career.
Not career also, but No. Journey of?
Your personal life.
No. No.
Your experience or direction.
No.
Public speaking.
Who said that? You're on the dot. Today, I'm going to talk about my journey to public speaking and the most important lesson that I have learned in the early stages of my public speaking. I was in grade 6 when we had Mr. Murthy, who joined us as an English teacher. He was a retired naval officer and a person with a great vision. He understands the importance of communication and public speaking. So he started a new process in the school. Every week on Saturday, we will have a speech competition for 6th, 7th and 8th grade students, for both boys and girls together. And after the competition, there will be a voting process. They select the top 3 speakers. Entire school is excited about it. The category 1 students, like when I say the creamy layer, the 98, 99% in the future, Sundar Pichais and Satya Nadellas, they're excited because they can improve their communication skills. And the category 2 students are also excited because they get to see the girls. Just to add, my school is not a co-education school. We have a separate boys building and a girls building. And girls and boys are not allowed to talk to each other. I was super excited because I'm category 2 guy. So I was super excited, and the first day I attended that session, that's when I saw this girl, Savita. What a beautiful girl. It reminded me of the rhyme that we have learned in kindergarten. Chubby cheeks, dimpled chin, rosy lips, teeth within, curly hair, very fair. That's a perfect apt to that girl. I was so impressed with her that it became a ritual for me to join these sessions every Saturday just to see the girl and vote for her. And I was also trying to grab her attention. Now, a few weeks passed by and I was able to not grab their attention. Now it's just actually worrying me a lot. What should I do? One day the participation was less, and that's when Mr. Murthy stood up and said, people who have joined here can come and voluntarily participate in the speech competition. But little Mr. Murthy know that the people who are sitting there are all category 2 students. They have their own different agenda to be a part of those sessions. But I stood up because I felt that's an opportunity for me to grab attention of Savita. I went on to the stage and started my speech. For a minute or so I was good. Later, I stopped. I was nervous looking at the 35 pair of eyes looking at me and trying to judge me. I could not continue. I got down onto the stage. And as a process, we got the speech title for the next week and everybody were dispersing. That's when Mr. Murthy came to me and asked me, son, what happened? Why are you stuck up? Why did you not continue? So I looked at him, I'm sorry sir, I don't know. I was tensed because people are looking at me, they're judging my speech. I don't know what to speak. That's why I stopped. He said, don't worry. Prepare for the next week. Now that's not more like requesting me, it's an ordering me that you have to come prepared for the next week's speech. So I prepared for the next week, and surprisingly next week in the voting process I took second. That was a wonderful moment for me. It's just like hitting 2 birds with 1 shot. It's just not like I grabbed the attention of Savita, but I was all standing beside my girl and people were applauding all of us. That's a great, wonderful moment for me. And I got down, and that's when I heard Savita's friend saying something to her. Hey, I thought this guy will win today. And Savita was like, I am the best. Nobody can beat me in this competition. That actually shackled my heart. Somebody with a fair-looking girl has such ugly, arrogant thoughts. And I started questioning myself, is it so difficult to compete with her in this competition and win over her? So for the next week, the entire week spent on preparing to give my best and win over her in the competition. Obviously, the next week, results were different. For the first time, Savita got second position and I stood first. And it's not just that week. For the next few weeks and next few months, she could never compete with me. Whenever I was in the competition, I stood first. Now, this is making me feel that I am the best. Time passed by, we were near to the academic year end, and I got to know that Savita is leaving the school. Hey, don't look at me like that. I am not responsible for her leaving the school. Her father got transferred and that's why she is leaving the school. She came with her mother to pick up the certificates, and that's when I also was in the office, to meet a teacher. That's when she introduced me to her mother. Her mother looked at me and said, "My daughter always talks about you. She says you are such a tough competitor to win over in the speech competition, and you're an elegant speaker." I smiled at her and said, thank you, auntie. Later she said something. "Son, let me tell you, let the success not define you as a person. What should be defined as you is your behavior, is the way you behave with others, is the way you treat others, is the way you make others feel comfortable with your presence. That's most important." Maybe a wonderful message. I have not met Savita and her mother after that. But these are the two beautiful women who taught me the great things. One, something which just started as a way to impress a girl, to get her attention, became my passion to become into a public speaking. And today, I'm into Toastmasters Club. So that's one reason. So thanks to Savita. And thanks to her mother as well, who taught me the most important lesson, especially at that juncture of my life, when I'm entering into the zone of arrogance, thinking that I am the best. She taught me that success is not permanent. What is permanent in this life is the way you behave with others, is the way you treat others, is the way how you make them feel comfortable with your presence. That's the most important part of the life. Maybe I feel that she's the angel who exactly taught me what is important. This is all how it started. Not just my public speaking journey, but a journey to stay grounded, a journey to be the same person, both in success and in failure. This is all how it started. Thank you.
So that was an inspiring story. So our VP membership is missing here, Mazahir. So I think he can take few notes. Okay, our next speaker is a freelancer data scientist with Turing. She is an Oracle. Actually, I had to look up this last night to understand what is the meaning. Mountain lover. So she loves going to treks, not any other mountains but Himalayas. She joined Toastmasters in May 2024. So let's welcome Toastmaster Varsha. It's an L1 P4. So already the speech objectives are already, in order to save the time, so directly calling the speaker. Would you like to say a few words about these objectives, or? Okay, so we can do it.
Good morning. There is a little bit of confusion for me, not for the speaker. This is supposed to be L3 or L4, I don't know. But since we are repeating the thing, so I would like to just say this is actually a project in which there are two parts. First part, the speaker will give a good organized speech on any topic and receive feedback. In the next part, she will implement the improvement feedbacks and give the speech again. This is that speech. So in our level 1, that seems to be project 3, but since it is called project 4, which is in line with others, so we would like to clarify this. So this is the second speech of this project where implementation of the previous feedback is implemented. So all the best to the speaker, and for the benefit of the audience, the improvement suggestions given in the previous feedback where suggestion was to give a better delivery, avoiding long pauses or interruptions, and also have a better, more effective closing. All the best to the speaker.
It's L1 P2. Yeah, the level is L1 P2.
Okay, whatever it is. This is the second part of it. Yeah. L1, P2 correctly. Not L1, P4 or P3. L1, P2 part 2. Okay, let's make it very clear. Because she has already given, I think, the previous speeches in the, before this. All the best.
Varsha, picture perfect. Picture perfect, Varsha.
Thank you so much. Take one photo of me now, please. The background looks so beautiful. One more. Can you please make it a little wider and adjust to my height level, not your giraffe level? Click. My hairstyle has photobombed my picture. Why don't I never look good in my photos? Does any one of you feel the same? Can I have show of hands? Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. For the longest time, I felt there is some conspiracy between the camera and my insecurities. Because when I look into the mirror straight like this, I can see my earrings. But when I switch to selfie camera, my earrings and my ears both disappear. I am sure you must have noticed this fact with yourself. If not, please check this out. The fact is, the camera lens makes our cheeks fuller and chubbier. And since then, I have been trying to figure out the perfect pose for my selfies. Raise your hands if you have tried to figure out the selfie pose for your perfect shot. I can see camera obsessed people over here. That's fine. Here is the truth. You know what? Looking good in photos isn't about luck or magical cameras. It's about making small tweaks. Let me share what has worked well for me. Interested? Yes. Thank you so much. I'll be sharing 4 tips with you. Tip number 1, smile with your eyes open. Ever flashed a great smile just to have your eyes disappeared when the camera clicks? Here is a trick. Smile with your eyes open while imagining that you are holding a delightful secret. Not about me. Tip number 2, that model face. I have discovered this after my many failed attempts at looking natural. Guess what? The models have figured this out. Half smile and slightly relaxed face. And bam! You have got that cool, effortless look. As if you're going to be on the cover of Vogue magazine. Yes, you are. Tip number 3, angles do matter. Have you figured out your better side? Yes? Start experimenting, guys. And remember, hold the camera above your eye level. Trust me, it's a game changer. Tip number 4, indulge in self-care. Raise your hands if you ever felt more photogenic after working on yourselves. Can I have show of hands? Yes. Yourself. It can be like dressing up nicely, putting some makeup on, or maybe simply working out. For me, working on my fitness level made a little difference. It made me feel good in my own skin. These were the tips for your Insta-ready pics. Feel free to use them whenever you feel the requirement. But here is a deeper truth. Since childhood, we have been looking at our reflections in the mirrors, but the version of you in the pictures is a flipped one. And majority of us don't have symmetrical facial features, and that's why we sometimes feel we don't look good in our photos. We also keep on fixating on our insecurities. For me, it's like my chubby chin, pimple, a hair out of its way. We zoom in on what we perceive as a flaw and forget to take a step back and look at a bigger picture that the whole person is staring back at us. Dr. Wayne Dyer once said, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. This truth holds beyond photography. It is a shift in how we see ourselves. We put so much pressure on photographs and our bodies to meet unrealistic standards. We have been conditioned to believe that only certain angles or certain versions of us are worthy of being captured. Here is a different take. Every angle, every version, every smile is worthy simply because you are worthy. You don't derive your worth through photographs, right? Absolutely not. So, let's stop chasing these unrealistic perfection and standards and start embracing what makes us unique. Because in the end, pictures aren't about perfection. They are about capturing beautiful memories, telling stories, and celebrating who we are in that moment. So, my dear friends, next time when you find yourself hesitating in front of a camera, smile confidently and say picture perfect, because you already are. Thank you so much.
So to me, it appears like we completed the 6 speeches faster than our regular meetings, right? So it appears to be a sprint, not marathon. So shall we move on to the next segment? So what is the next segment? Table topics, yes. So in order to conduct the table topics, we have a table topics master. So he is a senior engineer, information security in Laos, India. One unique thing about him is that he can sleep anywhere, anytime. So he joined Toastmasters in August 2024. With huge round of applause, let's welcome our table topic master today, Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you to MOD for such a amazing introduction. So if any one of you has this super ability of sleeping anywhere, anytime, please do not do this for this 15 minutes. So this segment of Toastmaster meeting is a place, like you all have heard so many inspiring speeches for the last half an hour or more. So you all must be feeling very motivated, inspired. So this is the time to convert your motivation, your inspiration into actions. Because here you can volunteer yourself, you can come up here just to let off your stage of fear. I think I said it wrong, fear of stage something. You can come here and just deliver a small speech of around 2 minutes on a general topic. There are few ground rules which need to be followed, like we will be sharing the mics. So that mic is only for recording purpose. It will not amplify your voice. You all must be aware. So make sure of that. We have a huge audience today. So make sure your voice is louder. It can reach at the last. And talking about the timings, we have a timer here. At 1 minute, we will be displaying green card. So that is the qualifying time. At 1 minute 30 seconds, yellow card will be displayed by the timers. At 2 minutes, it's the red card. So we have a grace period of 30 seconds after 2 minutes. So try to keep it around 2 minutes. Try to speak as much as you can, because this is your opportunity. I want all of you to make this Sunday a fruitful Sunday, and just give your best and try to speak for at least 2 minutes. I just want, before starting, a raise of hand how many guests we have today. Okay, great. So be ready, you will be coming here. So can I get the mic? So any volunteer who wants to, yeah. Shweta, what defines success in today's world? What defines success in today's world, Shweta?
How many of you think bank balance is success. At least 2 people I have who thinks that more bank balance is success. Success is a term which is very, very own to ourselves. Like, you can be successful if you are happy. You can be successful if you have more bank balance. You can be successful if you're climbing the mountain, and one day if you climb the Mount Everest. So success is very, very subjective to each one of us. But what is more important is to understand what is your success. When I feel successful, when I get enough time to put on myself, on my health, to meditate, to be happy. And I'm sure Saravanan did say in my introduction that I'm happy and a self-motivated person. And that is my success. That how much happy I can be in each and every moment and each and everything that I do. It is not about how much money I earn. It is not about how much bank balance I have. It is all about how much I can be happy with what I do in everyday life. If I'm happy one day to cook, that is my success of the day. If I'm happy to go for a shopping with my son, that is the success of my that day. So define your own success so that you feel accomplished when you get successful, and make sure that it is reachable. Do not say that we have 100 crores in my bank balance and I'll be successful. You can be if you're a politician. No doubt, but if you're in IT, 100 crores looks a little not achievable. So define your success and be happy. Thank you so much.
So exactly what she said, for being motivated, it is important that you are happy. So we need to find everyday small things which can help you to stay happy and be motivated. So moving on to next topic, any volunteer? Great. Avnindran, the worst haircut I ever had. The worst haircut I ever had, Avnindran.
Hair is, how many people think that hair is very important for a good personality? Yeah, including me. These days I'm taking treatment of my hairs. Because I started losing my hairlines and my hair started graying. So during COVID, when everybody was doing haircut by themselves or with the help of wife or siblings, sisters, so I did same thing. I requested my sister to cut my hair, and somehow she tried herself and she did something, and I laughed, and everybody was laughing. Okay, what you did then? And I stopped going anywhere. Like I was not showing my face. So that was a memorable moment. That the haircut. Now. I realized that since everybody is going office, and we need something to show ourselves in front of colleagues and managers and customers. So I realized that caring hair is more important. And I met a dermatologist, and he gave minoxidil solution and some couple of medicine I started using. So whatever you see right now, it's a lot of effort of I think 1 year. It's a kind of precious. I'm doing farming kind of. Like every day
every day I'm just putting some medicine into that, and before night I'm doing some roller massage, and as soon as I wake up I see, okay, what is the status? So here is like very, very important. I realize I'm this phase that where it is like I'm about to lose. So thank you so much. Back to tabletop master.
After listening to his speech, I think I have given the right topic to the right person. Any volunteer next? Yeah. Your name?
Nilesh.
Nilesh.
How to use it?
Nilesh, life is a marathon, not a sprint. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Nilesh.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I think, I don't know the time, it's maybe past 12, so it's maybe good afternoon. Good afternoon, okay. The topic is life is a marathon, not sprint, right? If I understand correctly. Sure. So, how many who have ever been participated in the marathon? And how many you have tried for the sprint as well? Not the scrum sprint, the actual sprint we ran about. So I think the persons or the people who already has tried both, they will be aware about that. What is the difference between the sprint and the marathon? And if you see about and just compare about how we are running in the sprint, you just start with the full energy, try to achieve with a certain amount of time, and just try to finish it as early as possible. Whereas the marathon, you need some planning as well. I'm just giving a brief idea about that, how things happen, so that we can compare with our life as well. So in the marathon, you can start with the speed, you can get the recognition, you will be far ahead. But the time will come that someone will first reach you and then they will pass you, because you haven't planned, you just going with your way without identifying what your capabilities and the full energy, the capabilities I will say. The next thing, similar things happen in the life. Life is something like that, you can start with your full energy and exhaust your full energy as earliest, either in your schooling, either in the college, but you have in your past experience that many of the people who are securing very lesser grade now being a very successful people. Why so? And we also have identified some of the people who has been completed with their schooling and the college with the great marks. Now they are struggling with somewhere, either in their life, or either with their health, or either with their career as well. It's not like that only the people who are good in academics are doing very well. And I will say I also have the similar experience, and that's where I say that as our life, it's a fulfillment of kind of a marathon where we have to plan, we have to mark our achievement or find out that what we wanted to achieve as a long term and plan ourselves exactly like that. Yeah, thanks. I think the time.
So, what I believe, like sprint is good for your stamina. Like it will develop your stamina, and as well it will develop your muscles, which you need for longer run. That is marathon. That is your life. So small things which you do, that will help you to achieve great in the long term of life. So any volunteers next? Yeah, please. Your name? Abhishek. Abhishek, one thing you miss about your childhood. One thing you miss about your childhood, Abhishek.
All right. So I'm pretty sure that all of us
would have had, I wouldn't say the best childhood, but definitely there would be something about your childhood that you consider very special, right? So I would say that I'm just a single kid. I don't have siblings. So I was really pampered, but then the only people I used to play with is my mom and dad. So that was pretty bad, I would say, in a way, because again, exposure to other kids and all till a particular age, I would say around 6 or 7, I was mostly with my mom and dad, and they were very much appreciative, and they used to take their time and spend time with me, and that was something really nice, and I would definitely appreciate that, right? And after 7, luckily, I had to move a lot. I was in Bangalore for a long time. Then I moved to Kerala, and that's where I met a lot of my cousins. I didn't even know so many cousins existed. So that was a real game changer for me. I had enough time. I had a lot of people to play with. So I never had that feeling that I was alone. Rather, I always considered them as my brothers and sisters, and that made a huge difference. I would say that's one thing I would really think about it when I look in the past. Yeah, that's it.
Actually, very well said. Like nowadays, you might not feel it, but for me, it is like spending time with my family. You get so busy in your life that you did not forget, but it skips out of your mind. But that is the time I think every one of you miss about childhood days when you were with your families. Any volunteers next, please? Your name? Swati.
Hi, all of you. This is Swati.
Yeah. So, Swati, what is your opinion on pineapple on pizza? Pineapple on pizza, Swati.
Pineapple on pizza.
On pizza.
Okay. Some other topic?
Try this. Anything.
Okay. Because I don't prefer fast foods actually. So I don't eat a pizza with pineapple and then I taste the food and how it's going to be. I never tasted it that. But I think we should taste. Because life will not be the same always. Yes, right? It's not like always this beautiful days or always the hard days, like everything should be there. So pizza with a pineapple you should taste and then you'll know what is life is all about, right? Goods and bads and taste. Some days you will have very low days and some days you will be very hype days, like you can enjoy the beautiful pizza in a beautiful restaurant in a beautiful environment, and you can enjoy that pleasure and happiness. And you can enjoy a pineapple in your home your mother is cutting, which is not at all good. Okay, so I think when you relate that into your own lives, then it tells, yes, you should take everything as granted. That's why there are so many restaurants which is trying with different foods. Maybe this is one of the variety. I should also try it. I will also try it in the future. Thank you all.
So this is the perfect example, like it's a serious one. So actually, like she was trying to avoid the topic, but like I just forced her to say so. Almost she has spoken for 1 minute 30 seconds. So normally we think like this might be tough for us. We try to get away, but don't do it, just face it. It will be good. That's the thing. Any next volunteer? Anyone? Yeah, please. Your name? Abhishek. Abhishek. Abhishek, one day as my favorite fictional character. One day as my favorite fictional character, Abhishek.
All right. So if I have to be one character, I will definitely want to become Shah Rukh Khan, you know. And of course for various reasons, right? I mean, one of the characters that I like about him is not definitely that he's rich, but definitely the way he respects women. I mean, I have been talking to my wife as well, that is something I want to imbibe in myself. You know, he is to be known for suave, but very, very respectable to the women, right? I mean, if you see his body gestures around the women, I mean, all the time it appears that you know he wants to shower all the love and respect to the opposite gender. Other thing which I like about him is the kind of humble background he came from. He came from just like any other next door boy, and from there he rose to a fame which is unimaginable, and still being so humble. So definitely, you know, if I want to be like him, I will definitely, you know, I feel that he is definitely an inspiration, you know, working hard so much, coming from a humble background and rising to such a great life. Thank you.
Mike.
Yeah.
We're still on record. So, resonating with him, what actually I also like in actors Shah Rukh Khan, because of he's a overall personality. Like if you look at him, he has all the talent, acting, dance, everything. But the way he speaks to people, how humble he is, that is very good. Like something we all should learn. So moving on, anyone next volunteer, please. Yeah. Pawan. So Pawan, one sweet which you can eat forever. One sweet which you can eat forever. Pawan.
Actually, I'm not a foodie, so it's a difficult topic that you have given it to me. But yes, from sweets, I would say rasgulla. I'm not a Bengali, but still I love eating rasgulla. And again, it's not the same rasgulla, just like every time, like different flavors. I think I got addicted to it when I was doing my project work in my MBA. I did it in Kolkata. And Kolkata you go, and that's the best thing. People would ask, like, you know, did you eat? That's where it all started. Like, you know, eating rasgulla is like every day. It's like morning or evening, starting with a rasgulla for breakfast and then ending with a dinner in the evening. So for me, that's a best sweet. The challenge comes now as like in my home, like I have two kids. When that rasgulla comes into my house, it becomes the biggest challenge, a fight between me and my wife. She says, "Don't touch it. It is for the kids." I said, okay, fine. But I have the habit of getting up, you know, sometimes late in the night, at around 2:30 in the night. So I go and I just have a couple of rasgullas and then silently sleep. So the next day again, the fight starts again. Now we have an agreement. Now my wife gets 2 boxes, 1 box specifically for me, so that I don't touch their box and they don't touch my box. So that rasgulla fight is sorted out now. So for me, yeah, rasgulla is the best sweet I like. Thanks.
Lot of struggle he has to go through for eating his favorite. So, anyone wants to volunteer? Like, we are done with the topic, but if anyone wishes to, that is the last chance. Yeah, please. Your name?
Sanjana.
So it's a general topic, just I thought about it, like I have not prepared it. So Sanjana, what you learned from today's meeting till now? What you learned from today's meeting till now, Sanjana?
Yes. Not from today's meeting. Every meeting, you will learn so many things. Like I have started, many topics were there. Like I also included like work-life balance. So I have given the speech like work-life balance is essential. How people are coming every weekend, they are spending their time, how they are managing, and how we'll be managing our stress coming here, improving our communication skills, and that's all. Thank you.
So what I learned today is like whatever you want to achieve, if you want to grow in something, the first step is important. Many people, I'm sure many of you might want to come here, but they did not take that step. So they will miss that for sure. And you should keep that in mind so that next time you come, you take that first opportunity. I want to go and I want to do it. So that's it from my end. Over to the host. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you. I think the hardest table topic is something about food, right? During lunchtime. So the next segment is for speech evaluators. So there are 6 speech evaluators. I'll be calling starting from the speaker number 1's evaluator. And timer 2 to 3 minutes. You can continue to hold the card after 2 minutes, then change it to yellow and red. So I request the speech evaluator for our speaker number 1, Toastmaster Aravindan, to come forward to present the evaluation for Toastmaster Abhishek. Thank you.
So good afternoon again. Timer, can I know how much time my target speaker took? 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, fine. But it's icebreaker, right? 6 minutes, 15 seconds, 1 5. Okay,
30
fine.
seconds.
Okay, fine. Not. So, positive thoughts leads to positive environment. Negative thoughts leads to negative environments, and that is law of attraction. You made a positive environment by saying the law of attraction. Can we hear it for my target speaker, Abhishek? It was a nice speech. The whole thing about icebreaker is not just your voice or courage, but able to tell audience who you are, and you are able to convey it perfectly. As a family medical background, you mentioned why you choose engineering, then how you went into the corporate job, from there how you landed into the public speaking. You made the flow and you make the audience who you are, why you are here. That is very clear. And second point is, your speech had a clear opening, body and end, as every speech should have, no matter what the speech is. And the speech transition is very clear, from A to B, B to C, C to D. It was correct from childhood, how you started, and your family background and your roots you explained. Then how you landed your engineering graduation, then how you landed your job, how you are here. The transition was very clear, and we can able to correlate your life. We can able to travel along with you in your life. And I like your bold decision of taking engineering from medical background, because generally people tend to go to medical only. And speaking about the timing, it was on time, 6 minutes 15 seconds, very good on that one. Again, it's icebreaker speech. You made the purpose of learning the basic structure of public speaking. You made it. I would suggest something in your upcoming speech. There could have been some more audience interaction, like you could have asked some question or something. That is one point. And there could, again, it's icebreaker, it's not needed, but there could have been more vocal variety and stage usage, like you are about standing here only, you could have used more stages, but again, it's icebreaker, it's not needed. Maybe you could have added in your future speeches. And we wish you all the very best in your future speeches. and we wish you will become the great speaker as you wish. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you.
So next evaluator is actually my partner in Quakers. Yeah, I think some of you heard his last speech would understand that. So I request Toastmaster Karthik to come forward to present the evaluation for speaker number 2, Toastmaster Loganathan. Thank you.
Hope his timing is fine, right? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, first of all, thank you, Loganathan. It was a great, fantastic, and very thoughtful speech. So, did anybody resonate with him the way, what was the topic, and anybody? Yeah, for me it was very well resonated. I was from a village and I came over here. And I see, and sometimes I really think about, does education makes you to move towards cities and makes the villages, like what he said, ghost villages. So your content was awesome. I really loved the content. And what we call in Toastmaster that OBC, opening, body and conclusion. It was perfect. And some of the data points were very interesting. Like you said, 9 million people in Mumbai are living in a very small places. And then you talked about the fertility rate, how it got reduced. And 1,500 ghost villages. It was really the data collections, it was apt to the speech. And it was like a poem, I would say. You started with and it just kept moving. I was kind of trying to listen as well, kind of try to make some points as well. And the clarity was awesome. And finally, the conclusion was very impactful. Coming to the potential growth or potential opportunities for improvement, as I said, it was like a poem, it was flowing, but I thought you could have stopped some places and tried to kind of, I would say more of pauses, take a pause and then move on to have an impact. Pause it and start it so that you have a difference. That's one that I would say. And second important thing is you started the speech with the question, is this a boom? And then you didn't even wait for a second for people to just answer or kind of get their feedback. You were just on the flow and then started moving. I would say this is very important. You pause it and ask for the answer and look for the answer. And probably some of in the next speeches, probably you can start moving. I saw you just stood there and kind of. So overall, the speech was an excellent message between growth versus the cultural persevering the culture in the villages. It was an awesome speech with lot of, as I said, data points, structure, clarity, lot of good things. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So next, let me invite Toastmaster Mallikarjuna to come forward to present the evaluation for Toastmaster Sanjana's speech. Thank you.
What an incredible topic she has chosen. Is work-life balance is essential? Of course it is essential. Topics like this remind me why we all gather here, to share ideas, inspire one another, of course to be better communicator. The moment you started with question, let me start with commendations directly. So you started with interactive question and you acknowledge the audience and you from the starting you engaged the audience very well. That one I liked very well. And the well structured speech. Started with question and then real life story and then you facts about New Zealand, India, where we stand in work-life balance, and then ended with the solutions. If I start with recommendation, from the starting, you did casual walk by walking like this. Of course, you have made a good eye contact, but throughout the speech, you were walking like this. So, people will struggle to use the stage. You are good at it, but it is over usage, I feel. Somewhere it distracts the audience. If we have to move over the stage with purpose. When there is necessary to move. Something like when you are sharing facts, you can move that side. When you are story, you can increase your pace and you can walk. That's fine. And also you are giving solutions. I would suggest to stand here and make impactful, instead of doing the casual walk. And also most of the time I have seen the hands were here and only the movement is like this. I would suggest to make it more open hands. It will be more impactful. And then at last I want to give a recommendation. I was expecting some personal story from you. What is the problem you faced in your life, balancing work and life, and how you overcame that. That will be more engaging with the audience. And also in the conclusion, we need a call out actions. Right away what audience can be implemented to balance the work and life. That is the missing. So overall, if I have to conclude this lovely speech, the topics which you have chosen is more relevant to audience and the facts and the solutions were very nice. If you incorporate this stage movement and then personal touch with this speech, it will be a great speech. Thank you.
So next is the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Manoj. I request Toastmaster Shweta to come forward. Thank you.
Let's give a big round of applause to Manoj for completing L1. So Manoj, I will be evaluating you with your intent, content and how you present it. Your intent was to connect with the audience. That was the purpose of your speech. And let me assure you that you had made an amazing effort to connect with your audience. Your audience did not go back to the phone and get distracted was your winning thing. Your content, as a speaker, when you start and the body and the end, you were very nicely talking about a philosophy when you started. The content was about the traffic, which was so relatable, and the way you let us imagine that we were in traffic, and the way the two-wheeler was asking you. This was so relatable to everybody because everyone who is in the car or is in the two-wheeler in Bangalore will do that same. So it was such a nicely weaved content. Your strength is simplicity. The way you explained this with the audience, that how understanding ourselves through others was so evidently done. And the way you concluded was great. The presentation that you did, when you moved from one place to another, the way you acted the scooter one, and when you asked this, it was amazingly done. And that's what makes you a great speaker. Now, if I may give you some tips to improve. The first thing is your topic or the title of your speech. So when you choose the title like Understanding Ourselves Through Others, you have already given what you will be talking in your speech. Imagine if you would have said, Discover your magnet. right? Or you would have said mirror effect. You could have started differently, bringing the magnet as a prop and just, it would have given a very nice effect. The 20 seconds how you start is very, very important for a speech. Or if you would have said mirror effect, you just would have said, come on everybody, give yourself a selfie and click a photo. That would be your mirror effect. And with the mirror effect, you could have ended also with a quote. Something like, make peace with your mirror and see your reflection change. At the end, you could have given something back to your audience. So this is one thing that you can take care, the topic of your title, and the hand gestures. The gesture was very limited to your just this side. You could have made a thing here. So just to conclude, a great speech, nicely done with simplicity, and if you could add a little bit of touchy topic, you could have done a great job. Thank you so much. Sorry.
So our next evaluator is Toastmaster Akshay. He will present the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Pawan's speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start my evaluation, I want to mention one thing. Mr. Pawan, you are a great storyteller in making. I will divide my evaluation into 3 segments, starting from the fantastic elements I noticed in your speech. The second will be the areas of improvement, and third will be one recommendation which you can use in your upcoming speeches. Starting from the fantastic elements. You started with a stance of 5 to 7 seconds in the beginning. And all the great speakers know the importance of this particular pause to grab the attention of the audience right in the beginning. And immediately after you broke that silence, you shot a question towards the audience. And you waited till you got the right answer, which resulted in even more of audience engagement. So kudos to you on that. I want to talk about the humor part. You had humor planted very nicely in your speech through all the stories which you mentioned when you were learning public speaking, when you started public speaking. And all the audience were able to relate, traveling along with you and actually visualizing because of that particular humor part. I also want to mention about the characters you played in your speech. There were 2 to 3 characters and they had their own part. It is actually very difficult to be in that character and ask questions in that manner. But all the characters of Mr. Murthy and some lines of Savita, you mentioned really nicely the way they had to be. So kudos to you on that. And last but not the least, in the fantastic elements part, a speech is incomplete without a message. But in your case, there were several takeaways for the audience. Now, jumping towards the areas of improvement. Pawan, I felt that at certain points, like 3 to 4 times in your speech, you lowered your voice that much that it felt like whispering. Whispering could be the part of body language, but it should not be like a disconnect with the audience. Otherwise, you can lose the audience there. I actually was thinking that you could have a mic here so that it could be easily conveyable, but here we do not have the mic, so you might have to adjust to that particular impromptu situation because there could be a disconnect there. And the second area of improvement I want to mention is a little more emotion. I'll give you 2 instances. There was a point in your speech where you stood first. So at that point you could have shown little excitement. Yes, I got first. And Savita got second. Or maybe some other part could be a dialogue between you and Savita for 1 to 2 lines. Show little more emotion. And the recommendation part, I would say the humor in your speech can go to next level if you can include that emotion. Because you know how to plant punches and all that funny part in your speech. But if the emotion is not there, that complete transfer to the audience is not there. So all in all, as I mentioned, you are a great storyteller in making, and try to implement these feedbacks, and all the best for your upcoming speech. Over to you.
Thank you. So our final speech evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Gopinathan, to present the evaluation for our speaker number 6, Varsha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan and Varsha. A picture-perfect speech delivered as smooth as a movie. Please give her a big round of applause. Now, as far as this project is concerned, it's an improvement from the previous speech. I have not witnessed her previous speech, but I could not see any of the things mentioned in the previous speech as an improvement. It was like long pauses or interruptions, not effective closing. Everything has been addressed. And her tremendous rehearsal and preparation was very evident in the delivery of her speech. It was very smooth and very effective. A good speech has got 3 important components. One is catching the attention of the audience, a catchy opening, then a smooth delivery of the body of the speech, keeping the audience engaged throughout, and a very effective ending with some takeaway. And don't you think her speech had all the 3? And she had opened a speech by enacting the insecurities or the rather concern of a youngster of his or her looks by looking at the mirror, coming back, adjusting the face and things. So that was really enacted and that caught our attention. In fact, I was thinking about my 24-year-old daughter who had a similar way of behavior. So that, for the paucity of time, I will not talk about that. So then you had gone into the speech and really elevated your speech quality by addressing the insecurities, by saying that your self-image is more important than your mirror image. And you are actually, and you also closed the speech saying that you are picture perfect, not your image. And you had all the things to actually elevate the thinking thought process of the audience from looking at the angles and looks to the image of the person and who you really are. That really added more value to your speech. Now, as a improvement to challenge, you are an established speaker. I could not see any improvement aspect in your speech, but to challenge yourself, you could have taken the speech to one notch higher by bringing the character into your speech. Saying that you told about, obviously you spoke about having your self-image, but you could have brought character, because the beauty, as we know, is only skin deep. But who you are, your character speaks louder than your looks. So you could have told, rather than focusing on your looks and imperfections, which you have no control over, you could have focused more on building the quality of the person, like your character, who you are as a person. Focus more on that, because the person who looks at you will forget everything how you look when the person knows how great you are. So that's a suggestion for you. Overall, a wonderful speech, beautifully delivered. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopinathan. So we did complete the 3 segments, right? Is there anything pending? That's all that? Okay, there is one more. I would like to request our timer to come forward and present the timer report. Yeah, please. Krishna.
Okay, hello everyone, good afternoon. Yeah, so today I am saying about timings. So Sweta took 2 minutes 10 seconds, and Avanindran took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Nilesh took 2 minutes 40 seconds. and Abhishek took 1 minute 33 seconds, and Swati took 1 minute 27 seconds. Again Abhishek took 1 minute 38 seconds. Pawan took 1 minute 25 seconds, and Sanjana took 33 seconds for the table topic speaker. For the prepared speaker, like icebreaker, Abhishek took 6 minutes 15 seconds. Loganathan took 5 minutes 53 seconds, and Sanjana took 5 minutes 46 seconds, and Manoj took 5 minutes 53 seconds, and Pawan took 7 minutes 18 seconds, and Varsha took 5 minutes 41 seconds. And coming to evaluation, Arvindan took 2 minutes 58 seconds, and Karthik took 3 minutes 20 seconds, and Mallikarjun took 2 minutes 38 seconds, and Sweta took 3 minutes 22 seconds, and Akshay took 3 minutes 9 seconds, and Gopinath took 3 minutes 18 seconds. So all are the only two persons are not. Nilesh and Sanjana is not within time, otherwise everyone is within time. Thank you.
Thank you. So before I hand it over to our presiding officer, so did it appear like we rushed? The intention was to complete within time. There are many questions. Will we be able to finish it within 1 p.m., right? It was not because I was standing right next to the snacks. But for some reason, I remembered biryani, right? I know. Okay, so with that, I will hand over, and before handing it over, and we all stick to our roles very well, right? All the prepared speakers, evaluators, timer. So that is the reason that we are able to stick to the time. So huge round of applause for everyone. So with that, I will hand it back to our presiding officer, Akshay.
Can we hear from our host, please? Can I request once more? Okay, so the voting links of this particular meeting will be out soon. We might have to delay the results because of the network, coverage in this area. So most of the people won't be able to vote. We will announce the results later this evening. Make sure we'll share the link on the main group as well as the guest group. Okay, so please make sure you vote for the best speaker, best evaluator, and the best role player. We will announce the results later in the evening. I have few announcements before I adjourn this particular meeting. So shall I start with the fun announcement or the serious announcement? Come on. Okay, and this one. Okay, cool. Then let's start with the most serious one, as Shweta mentioned. Mentor-mentee connect. Who all are doing the mentor-mentee connect? Please raise your hand. Like once a week or twice a week or maybe once in 2 weeks. We can do better than this, right? So please connect with your mentors, because why I'm saying this, in February 2025, which is 3 months away, international speech contests will be happening, and there is an eligibility criteria for all the new members who have joined recently. There is an eligibility criteria for that. You have to complete till level 2, which is around 6 to 7 speeches based on the path you are in or you have opted. So it is not a tough deal. You can always do it, but you have to maintain a consistent connect with your mentors. You need to send your script to your mentors, just have a feedback, and then after you give the speech, share the recording. This is why we are recording ourselves. Share your recordings, specific one, with your mentors, ask for the feedbacks, and then implement that feedback in your upcoming speeches. Okay, so around 7 speeches, most of the new members can give that, and whosoever is in the later part of the level 2 who can complete, please complete it within this term only or until January. So you will be eligible for ISC. Any doubts on this? Any doubts? Okay. Please connect with your mentors, and I am asking the mentors as well. Please connect with your mentees as well. It is both ways. It's a two-way. Okay, so that was a serious conversation I started with. And the another one is new layout on the website. So in the October, if you have heard, there was an outage on the website of the TI website, Toastmaster International website. There is a new layout which they have launched. So everything, the layout, the pattern, how they used to showcase our paths, everything has changed. Go out and check out the website, because in this meeting itself, I got a couple of speakers who were not able to retrieve their evaluation forms to send to their evaluators. It is pretty easy now. Go and check out, and if it is not helping you, please reach out to any of the XCOM members. We do conduct one orientation session every month, which is conducted by Mazahir, which was conducted by Mazahir and Radha this month as well as previous month. There is an individual notification to each and every member of the club. Please, if you are available, join that particular orientation session. It is just for 30 to 45 minutes, or maybe sometimes little less than that as well. Ask your doubts and you will be good to go. Okay. Okay, now I want all of you to please applause for Krishna here. He took the role for the very first time and did it really well. Every one of us, when we take the role for the first time, our fingers shiver and we tend to, there are like a lot of butterflies in the stomach. So it was there, but he did the role pretty well. Even the initial part where he had to mention about the timer role, and later as well. So kudos to you on that. And now the fun part. Okay, so we are planning a club outing on 21st or 22nd of December. The date is not yet finalized, but the venue is also not finalized. There are a couple of options, 4 or 5 options in our mind. Okay, it will be like we'll be leave in the morning sometime and we'll be back by 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. something like that, somewhere in outskirts of Bangalore. Okay. We'll plan that out soon, but as soon as we launch it within this week, we want your support, and it is a family outing. No need to, you can bring all your family members and we can book a big vehicle and all, we can go. Okay, so this was about the fun part. And now at the last, I would like to hear from some of our guests who attended the meeting for the very first time. Ma'am, would you like to mention something? How was the meeting? Anything? How was the experience? You can come here if you want. Can we hear from our guest, please?
It's very nice because like wasting our Sunday can be anyway. Like you can go to pub or go to some malls and you can waste your time anyhow, right? But spending our Sunday for a right cause, in a right direction, that only some few people will be doing that. I feel very great to be a part of this and listening to all the people with different aspects of their thinking and meeting together and learning some new things to implement in our life. This is not very easy, right? Only some few people can do that. I congratulate each and everyone. Okay, be all the best and reach your goals. All the best. That's it.
Thank you. Anyone would like to mention who was not given a chance onto the stage? Ma'am, you would like to mention something? Please come. Can we hear for Shatabdi, please?
Yeah, today is the first time like I have come to the Toastmaster. I'm scared like hell actually because I love to speak, I love to tell story, but when it comes for unknown faces and so many number of people, looking at me, I'm the center of attraction. I just freeze and I kind of, get sweats and all. So, but yes, this is definitely a very good, like I would love to, spend the weekends at least to know and to understand how this works and yeah, to improve myself also. So, how she said. So, yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to take this chance, and we still have time? Yes, please, sir. Can we hear for our guest, please? Your name?
Nilesh. I will just say that coming here was a tough and very delayed, I will say. So this is the second time I'm coming to the Toastmasters. The first time I joined the Toastmaster in my first company in Oracle who provide the platform in 2016. And it's now, I think, already we are completing 2024. So it's more than 8 years, I guess. No, I'm saying it's more than 8 years. I didn't join. I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking. It was out of my radar and my planning. I think I got a good topic today on the marathon. So this is the thing which relate to me. That throughout the time I felt that I'm a kind of a software engineer. It doesn't catch me anything like that. I don't need public speaking because mostly I will be just front of the computer who don't talk, don't listen. So good for me. But now at the time it comes, more seniority I'm getting into, more people are connecting with me and they need more information out of me, and it's not my finger is going to do that. So that's where I felt that this opportunity again I have to take it, so that it will definitely going to be as a long run somewhere it's going to help me, and which I really need. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Nilesh. Actually, table topics are that sort of thing which creates a sense of urgency to join a Toastmasters club. Once you, I should do it. Okay, so anyone else before I do the final important announcement? Anyone else want to take up the stage for 30 seconds, 45 seconds? Just want to share their feedback, anything? Avrindra, you want to? Can we hear for Avrindra, please?
So for me, Toastmasters is always a family, and I would say that it was for me coming here and talking something, even a single word was a very difficult. Toastmaster gave me that strength, that the framework, blueprint, how to speak in front of people, how to on the stage, I would say that. And the main part of Toastmaster is that everybody is like helping us. I would never get this kind of platform where people cheer you and support you, simply say yes. So thank you so much, and Toastmaster gave me so much, and I'm very grateful for Toastmaster on platforms. And this year is 100th year is completing, so you can think that how many people got benefited of this platform. So that's it. All the best to everyone.
Thank you, Avinindra. So we have 2 minutes left for this meeting and have an important announcement. All the members must have seen a post from DTM NIBI on the main group regarding the nominations for the next executive committee. The post is pinned. I have pinned that post on the main group. Please go through that post. Nominate yourself to be the part of the executive committee. Okay. So there are around 8 members specifically in executive committee, any executive committee, including the immediate past president. Okay. Please nominate yourself as the VP Education, VP PR, VP Membership, Secretary, Treasurer, and you can always nominate yourself as the associate or the extended part of that particular committee as well. Associate VP Education, Associate VP Membership, Associate VP PR, like that. Please go through that post and nominate yourself. Send your, how to send the nominations now. There is a number there. You have to send your nominations, a text message or a WhatsApp message to DTM NIBI, because she is the nomination chair. She will be reaching out to you. The deadline is 6th of December, because we will be having the club elections on 8th of December. It will be conducted by DTM NIBI. Copied? So I started with a serious one. I had something fun in between, and then this is again the serious one. Do not forget this. You have to nominate yourself. Please go out today and nominate yourself. Send a message to DTM NIBI. On this note, I want to adjourn the meeting number 101 of Whitefield Toastmasters. Please come here for a group photo. Let's